What if I acted as a complete chess amateur and hired you to train me? Do you think you would guess my secret? Well, that's exactly what I did. I hired a strong player to teach me the game, and I acted as if I had never studied the game at all. Step one would be to create a completely new identity. I would love to hire somebody from the Chess.com coaches list, but then I will have to transfer them the coaching fee via some online portal, and then my name might be revealed. So instead, I created a completely new Gmail account with the name of Sahil Kapoor. Now, Kapoor is the most common name for successful actors in India, and acting is a skill which might really help me here. Then I created a Fiverr account with the same name, and then I sat down to find my coach. Now, I wanted you to have the best training possible, so I went for the Fiverr recommended coach. I talked to my new coach and we set up the class for the next day at 11 p.m. my time. Well, let's go to the action on the next day. Okay, it's time for the class and it's around 10:30 p.m. The class is supposed to start at 11, so half an hour to go. I don't know why I'm a bit nervous. It's like I have to hide my identity. So for example, let's say she asks me to play a few games. I can't really do that because then it would technically be sandbagging. So I will have to come up with some excuses as to why I don't want to play rated games. And it will be very, very interesting if I can actually maintain my fake identity. I have no clue how to do this. I have never taken any acting classes in my life. So this will be very, very difficult. And throughout this video, you can notice moments where you would have possibly caught me. Well, of course, it's easier for you, but you can still comment, yeah, wherever you think you might have caught me. And I also have to ask the right questions in two ways. First of all, these have to be questions coming from an amateur. So that's in itself very, very difficult. I don't even remember a time when basically I was not playing chess or learning chess. So it's been many, many years. And second, they also have to be questions which help you as well. Hopefully, I can ask the right questions. Let's go for it. So apparently, my coach had to cancel my class. Well, she's actually playing the World Junior Championship. I did not know this. So kudos to her hard work, yeah. So playing such a strong tournament and then also making sure to coach people and cover responsibilities. And she basically said she could have the class tomorrow. So 10 a.m. her time. So the tournament is in Italy. So that would be roughly, I think, 1:30 my time tomorrow. So that's a comfortable time for me as well. I can definitely have the class then. And this is her game. I'm removing the name and everything just for privacy, and the game seems to have ended pretty interestingly because you can see the king on h4. That's a crazy game. It was equal for a long while. She was worse. She's black here, by the way. Her king went on a very good, very effective king walk, let's say. I've seen a similar game by Magnus Carlsen, by the way. Yeah, the king g5, king h4, and there is no more checks. I mean, there is one check, I think. There's queen f6, but then king to h3, and there is no more checks, and rook g2 is incoming and it should be made. So yeah, nice game by her. Okay, I mean, the class got cancelled. I'll probably have to do it tomorrow now. So it's the next day now. It's time for the class. She's just sent me the link. So let me quickly join the class. To also join from the new Gmail account I created. Going with my camera off. I'm hoping that will be the case for her as well. I don't have to switch on my camera, and maybe by chance she's seen my face somewhere. Who the hell knows? So that might be a problem. So let's go for it.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine as well. How was your game yesterday?
I won.
Awesome. I did have a look at it, but it was kind of not, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it was so long. Game went for 2 hours and 30 minutes almost. And I usually don't play that long, but of course yesterday it happened that long when I had lesson. Yeah. And at the last position, my opponent had 30 minutes left, but it
Okay.
was like checkmate in 2 moves. And
Okay.
she used all of that 30 minutes till the end. And I was like, oh my God, I have to go to lesson, please play. But she did not, so that's why I was late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
guess
really annoying.
some people don't want to give up, yeah?
Yes, they want to, like, they are searching for some chances till the end, but it was like checkmate in 2, and she could not stop it. Anyhow, yeah. Okay, tell me a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so well, I'm Sahil. I'm 29, and I know a bit about the game. I used to play as a kid, but then I, of course, left it. So I do know how the pieces move, and I think, played a few games like 10 years back or so. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to know like how to basically play the game from the scratch, basically, apart from how the pieces move, basically.
Okay. Okay, so I understand. So you don't play online much, right?
No, I haven't. I haven't played.
Okay. Can you tell me your Lichess username? You
Yes,
can
I
write
just
it to
created
me.
it. It is
Mm-hmm.
Sahil Kapoor, SAHIL KAPOOR.
Okay, I'll invite you to study board. We
Okay.
will always work on Lichess. It's very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
and it's all free.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest you Lichess to use it. Lichess.com is also good,
Mm-hmm.
but Lichess is has more opportunities, and all of it
Mm-hmm.
is free. That's the good part.
True, true, true.
Did you get my invitation?
Yes.
Okay, this is the board, right?
Yes, I do.
So this is our mutual board. So moves I will make, you will see, and moves you will make, I will see. That's
Mm-hmm.
how we will work here. And I want to start with explaining basic rules of chess.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with the board. There is 64 squares, right? And
Mm-hmm.
32 pieces. Every piece has their own points. Did you know it?
Yeah, but I'm not exactly aware of how many points it was. Queen had 9 points, right? That's all I remember.
Yeah. Look, some people say queen has 10 points, some people say queen has 9 points, and some people say queen has 8 points. So
Okay.
it's like not very sure about it. When I was young, they taught me that queen is 10 points, and that's how I
Okay.
know it till now. Rooks are 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
Bishops are 3 points, knights
Mm-hmm.
are also 3 points,
Mm-hmm.
pawns are 1 point, and the king is priceless.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
point goes. Yeah. So for example, when you exchange queen for 2 rooks, that's equal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exchange bishop for knight, that's equal. When you
Mm-hmm.
exchange bishop for 3 pawns, that is also equal, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you need this point to calculate when you exchange some pieces. Is it good for you or bad?
True. True.
Yes, so that's our points. And in the chess, first step is always, no matter what, to take the center with pawns. That is our
Okay.
first rule. Always taking center with pawns. And why? D4 or E4. That is our two main moves, and these are like most popular chess moves ever.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we do that? Especially when you're white, you have this first move, right? So you have a little bit advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and you should always use it by taking the center. You need to
Mm-hmm.
take the center to have more space, to have more active game, and
Mm-hmm.
that means you have more comfortable game. Like for example, let's play something like this. Bad move h6, d4. Look,
Mm-hmm.
a6, c4. Look, when you have this good center, it is already very uncomfortable for your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they will activate knight c6, it will get immediately attacked by pawn d5, right?
Yeah. True.
If they will activate knight f6, it will also get immediately under attack. You like control very important squares, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will be very uncomfortable for them to activate bishops because after it will be open, it can't go here, it can't go here, can't go here. Look, if it will go here, it will be immediately attacked. So you occupy all the important squares they have. And also, of course, by playing central pawns, you open up your pieces. You open up bishop, you open up queen here, right? If you start
Mm-hmm.
with e4, you open another bishop. And that leads to our step two. By the way, which one do you like more, d4 or e4?
By the way, I must ask you, like, what does D4 and E4 mean? Because I have no clue about this.
E4 is a more active opening. So if you consider yourself as more an attacker, it will lead
Mm-hmm.
to more open positions, more spicy positions. But if you consider yourself more as a strategy player who likes to like improve the position little by little, and
Mm-hmm.
focus more about strategy, I suggest D4 because it leads more to closed type of positions.
Mm-hmm.
That is
But
the
is this some
difference
sort of
between those two.
notation to the moves? For example, like E4 and D4. Like I can see certain E and 4 there.
It's chess notation, yes, of course. So when you make a move, it will be automatically written here on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
That's because to go through the variations we will make after the lesson, you can come here and go through these notations and variations. Also, when we are playing the game in live, like yesterday when I played the game, I'm always writing my game on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the moves and you have the game, and like you need these moves. Maybe something will happen, your opponent will say like, "I didn't play this move." You have to have the
Does this
proof.
happen really?
It happened with me once, sadly, when I was really young. I was like 11 or something,
Mm-hmm.
and my opponent had checkmate in one. Like she could done this to me. I was getting checkmated, and she
Mm-hmm.
missed it, and she
Mm-hmm.
lost. And she
Mm-hmm.
was like, she shook my hand, ruined the board, put the
Mm-hmm.
pieces from start. And when arbiter came, she said I won,
Oh, wow.
and she wrote the checkmate, which she did not do, and
Mm-hmm.
I could not prove it. I
Mm-hmm.
could not
I get
prove
it.
it, and they put lost for me. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was not that high level tournament. Now it's all live. You can see live games, so
Mm-hmm.
it won't be that problem. But you still have to write the moves because maybe you will like on 40 moves there is adding of 30 minutes, right? So you have to make sure which move is it to calculate how many minutes you will think on it to have the time left and stuff like this, you know? So writing is very important, and this is the same thing. Here is all notations written which moves you will make.
Yeah, I get it. Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's it. So which one are you more? What do you think?
I'm not sure which one would be better, but as you said, like, D4 is a bit safer and E4 is a bit wild. So I'll probably go for D4, I think, considering I don't know much right now. So D4 seems a bit more logical.
Yeah, D4 is very, very popular. I'm playing it for all my life, so I'm also D4 player. Have you ever heard of Queen's Gambit, maybe?
Yeah, the TV series I heard. Not exactly the opening, I think it's named after, but yeah, the series, of course.
Yes, D4 is the opening. She's playing the main character in Queen's Gambit. She's playing this opening, that's why it's called Queen's Gambit, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have seen the show, maybe?
Yeah, I've seen the show, yes.
So when she's very little and his teacher is teaching her, right? You can remember he's like D4, D5, and he's telling her it's like it's Queen's Gambit, and she really loves it. Yeah, that's the opening. Pawn D4. And look, pawn D4, black will do the same. Pawn D5, because they also want to take the center. If they will play something else not good, like H6 or something, you always continue occupying the center till you have this possibility. But best move here, of course, is pawn D5 to take the center back. And here we play pawn C4. We continue attacking, taking the center. And what is idea of pawn C4 move? Look, if black will take on C4, you sacrifice a pawn, but you sacrifice a pawn with a very clever idea. You distract pawn from D5 to C4, look, and here you push pawn E4. You take the main center completely, and also you attack C4 pawn with the bishop. And this pawn is double pawn, right? Because there is two pawns at the same file. It's called double pawn. And also it's on your side of the board, right? And it's really hard to protect. For example, if I will play bishop e6, what should you play? What do you think?
Attack the bishop with the pawn, I guess.
Do tell me what you think is correct. Make some move.
Okay. So D5. Pawn to D5.
Yeah, that's correct. But make some on the board. You can make some moves as well.
Okay.
So D5, and look, a bishop can go here, here, or here, because every set square will be taken. Pawn G4 will be taken by a queen, and those two is protected by the pawn. So bishop is immediately forced to go back. Look, that's the power of the center I was talking about. It's very comfortable to have this strong center. You can immediately use it for your advantage, right? And here, you play what?
I assume we take this pawn.
Exactly. Now you take the pawn. That is idea of C4. You want to distract this pawn from center and then took the whole center and start attack on this pawn. Here, main move as black is pawn e6. They're protecting d5. So now look, as white, we already have advantage because we are who is attacking and they are protecting, right? We have more active position already.
But
also,
do black players play this? Like, it's very tempting to take the free pawn, right?
Sorry, what?
It's very tempting to take the free pawn, right? So, is it very normal to play this?
D takes c4 is the third most popular move here. It's not that popular. E6 is the main move, C6 is the second one to protect the pawn, and D takes c4 is the third one. So they don't usually take the pawn, but at beginner's level they might.
Okay.
Yes, so main move is e6 to protect d5. So can you tell me bad side of this move?
It's only moving one square, so I cannot move it two squares, I guess. That's one. Second drawback could be my bishop is closed now, maybe.
Exactly. You block your bishop. With e6 move, you're blocking your bishop. That's it. And black is like trying all game to solve the problem with the bishop because it's blocked from both sides, right? So that's why some people prefer here to play c6 instead, so they don't block the bishop. Now we can move to the next step, which is activation of minor pieces. And why minor pieces? If you will start with activation of queen, that's really bad. Because
Mhm.
look, for example, queen a4, queen immediately gets under attack. It's very, very easy to attack the queen.
And queen is worth 9 points, so we don't want to give it up, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Queen is like
Mhm.
strongest piece, and it's very important. So if you will activate it early, it will only get attacked, and it will only lose your moves. So that's why activation of queen in early game is bad.
Mhm.
And you focus on activation of minor pieces first. And also, when you activate it, you will bring the rooks to the game, right? Because rooks at the
Mhm.
moment are very stuck.
Mhm.
So that's why here main move is knight to c3. Look, you also should activate your minor pieces always in the center. Remember it.
Mhm.
Look, for example, if you will activate your knight on the side, here, look how many squares does it control? Only 4, right?
Yes.
And if we will compare this square, which is in the center, look, only on one side there is 4 square, and on the side,
Mhm. 8.
on another side, another 4. Yeah, so
Mhm.
completely it's 8 squares. That's a like difference, right?
Mhm.
From the center, piece always controls more squares than from the side,
Mhm.
especially the knight, because bishop is controlling squares a long distance, right? But knight is not. Knight is only
Mhm.
controlling on the small distance. So that's why, especially with knights, you should always put them in the center.
But which piece should we develop first, like bishop or knight? Like if we have a choice, for example, here.
We start with knight first. We start with knight first because with knight c3, look, you're immediately attacking the pawn in the center, right?
Mhm.
And it's more clear with knight where do you want to go. For example, with this bishop, you can't decide yet which piece, which
Mhm.
square you want for it, right? You
Mhm.
might activate it here, or you might activate it here after knight f6, right? So
Mhm.
you don't decide yet. But with the
Mhm.
knight, you have only one good
Only one
option,
choice.
which
Yes,
is
makes sense.
c3.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah. So that's why you start with the knight first.
Mhm.
Knight c3 first, because you're attacking d5 pawn. You're putting more pressure on the pawn. That's the
Mhm.
logic. And black plays knight f6. Look, now this diagonal is closed, and you
Mhm.
activate bishop g5 now. Do you get it? Like here, you could not activate bishop g5 because queen would take it, right? But when
Mhm.
you start with knight c3, knight f6, now it's happening. Black must play knight f6 to protect the pawn.
Mhm.
If they will play something like c6, which also might happen,
Mhm.
you can continue here with knight f3. Still wait, because knight
Mhm.
f6 will be still played, and then you can go bishop g5. Okay, so that's why knight c3, knight f6, bishop g5. With bishop g5, we are still putting pressure on the center, not in attacking way, but we are pinning the piece which is protecting d5. Do you know what is pin?
No.
So pin is when piece can't move. For example,
Mhm.
this knight can't move anywhere now, right? If it will
Mhm.
move somewhere, what will you play?
I guess I will take the 9 point queen with the 3 point bishop.
Exactly. Bishop takes d8. So that means the knight can't move, right?
Mhm.
And one piece can't move, it's called pin. Pin.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yes. So knight is pinned at this moment and it can't move. That's why main move here is bishop to e7 to stop the pin.
So now the knight can move, right?
You can move what? Ah, knight, right? Knight can move, yeah. Knight at the moment can move. Here we continue with pawn e3. We are opening the bishop and we are protecting c4 pawn first. You can start with knight f3 too. It doesn't change much, but pawn e3 is better move. You're kind of stabilizing the center. You're protecting
Mhm.
this pawn, you're also protecting this pawn.
Mhm.
Look, also pay attention. You don't play e3 here. Don't block your bishops.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
First,
Mhm.
always activate it. Yeah, so your bishop doesn't end up stuck here. Then you have much trouble with activation of it. Your rook is not connected to the queen, and there is bunch of problems. So first, always activate piece and then block it. On e3, black plays castle. We play now knight f3. We are finishing the activation of pieces. Knight d7, and
Mhm.
here you can play bishop d3. Look, all of the pieces are activated, right? and c6. And look, when you finish activation of minor pieces, which was our step 2, then comes step 3. What do you think? What is the step 3?
As far as I know, it should be castling, but I'm not sure like when can you castle and when can you not castle. That's something which is a mystery to me.
Okay, you're sure that it's castling, and look, you should always do castle with king. You start always with king. If you will
Okay.
start with rook, it won't allow you. Look, rook f1 is just move with the rook.
Okay.
So you should put king to g1, and that's how castle works.
Okay.
Also, if your king is moved, or either of them, if king or rook is once moved, let's say king e2, rook e8, king e1, rook f8, you can't do castle anymore because king wasn't moved, right? Or if it will be rook g1, rook e8, rook h1, rook f8, you can't do castle either here because this was moved, right? So that's how it works. If king or rook is once moved, castle is not happening. But there is also other castle which is happening on the long side. Look, like
Okay.
the same principle here. If king or rook is moved, you can do castle either here, and you're putting king on c1. Can you
So
try
which one
it?
is better usually? Which one is better? The right
Which
side or
one
left
is
side?
better? It depends always on the position. It depends which side is safer for you. So if short castle is safer, it's better. If long castle is safer, it's better. Safe depends on the pawns usually. If pawns are moved, it's not that safe anymore, right?
Yeah, true. The king,
So
yeah, safety, true.
king will be weak, yeah. So you have to think about it first and then decide the side. But usually it's a short castle, like mostly it's short castle, especially in Queen's Gambit. Because Queen's Gambit, as I said, is not that attacking opening, right? Attacking opening is more about strategy. So usually it's the short side. Because when you will do long castle, game becomes spicy already. Because when kings are in opposite sides, that means both sides will start attacking. That's a strategy when kings are on opposite sides. It's not the best situation for white to do long castle here because this king is not that safe here. Like black can immediately take, and start to attacking with a b5, a5, and maybe even push c5. So it doesn't look that comfortable for white. So that's why in this opening, castle is better on short side. So that's our third step, castling, to keep our most important piece, king, safe. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Can you repeat the steps for me?
Sure. So first step would be to take the center, the pawns.
Exactly.
Then second step would be to develop our knights and bishops. And
Exactly.
third step would be to castle.
Exactly. That's correct. After you finish all of this, you can activate queen and rooks in the center also, as well. Like, for example, if black would play rook e8 here, you can play queen c2. Look, you're doubling the queen and bishop at the same diagonal, which is also good. They will continue something like knight f8, which is popular here. And you can play rook d1 here, or you can play pawn e4. You have great position. I like rook d1 more. And yeah, that's it. And then you will start to move up and play e4, open position type more, start attacking maybe, which plan you will choose. But first, always concentrate on these three steps. No matter what, you're always doing them. Especially don't take too long for castle, because it's risky to leave your king in the center and it might get attacked. Any questions?
Just one, for example, as you said, our plan could be this. Could black prevent this somehow?
Prevent what?
This move, e4, at some point when we go for it.
They can't really. If that, like knight g6 is the main move here, and if playing e4 here immediately, you can do that, and they can't prevent it.
Okay.
He takes e4, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, and bishop takes e7 first. Look, because this diagonal is open. We start with bishop e7 first, queen e7, and then bishop e4. And white has very good position here, right?
Yeah, this
But
bishop is still at home, yeah?
Yeah, that's the problem of the bishop. As I told you, we start with rook c1, that's the main move of Queen's Gambit, c6, bishop d3, d takes e4, bishop takes e4, knight e5. Look, black exchanges the bishops here, bishop e7, queen e7. Idea of that is to put queen on e7, which will support move e5. And on castling, knight c3, rook c3, and e5. Look.
Yeah, now the
After
bishop
d
can
takes
open up.
e5, knight takes. Yes, now the bishop is open, and it's easier for them to activate it. Here or here maybe. So
Yeah,
that's
makes
how
sense.
black solves the problem of the bishop. Yeah.
And for example, in this position, why don't we take the knight?
Because if you will take the knight, black will immediately take with this pawn, and they will immediately have the open bishop. Look. So you usually don't take to not give them opportunity to take with this pawn. Even when there is a pawn instead, you don't take because they will take with e-pawn and they will open the bishop up.
You want to keep the bishop locked for as long as possible, yeah?
Yeah. Because maybe some people doesn't know that they have to open it, and they will keep it closed, and it will be good for you because then their rooks won't be connected to each other, and of course the position will be worse. Yeah. But who knows the Queen's Gambit? They know that they have to exchange these black bishops to push Queen on e7 and then to push e5. So yeah, this is our d4. As black, you can also play d5, and same we saw, but you don't have to forget about the ideas like this. And here you can, as black, immediately start with h6. Look, bishop h4, and you can also start with b6 here. Look, that's another variation. You activate bishop from here instead. That's how you solve the problem of the bishop. Or you can start with c6 here, rook c1, h6, bishop h4, and knight e4. Look, same principle.
So,
Bishop e7
okay,
and
takes, yeah.
e7.
And should we take this knight now? Because this is not opening up.
No. Look, if you will take on e4, I will take with the pawn. And you might think this pawn is weak, but it's very strong. That's the thing. Look, I'm immediately attacking your knight, and when knight moves to d2, I play pawn e5. And yes, my bishop is still closed, but I have very strong pawn center here. Look, it's very annoying for white because I controls these two squares. Knight can't go here, bishop can't go here, and it's very, very annoying.
So
If you play bishop e2,
this pawn is in my half, and it's kind of not allowing me to develop properly, yeah?
exactly, yeah. And these pawns are double pawns, but it doesn't mean they're weak. They're still very strong because they're very well protected, right? And that's why we don't take on e4 to not give black the center. And instead, we play bishop d3. Here, now knight is under attack and black takes. Rook takes e3. Also pay attention. Here we take with the rook and not with the pawn. To not split the pawn structure.
You mean double pawns, right? So if we take with the pawn, then as you said, double pawns are not good.
Double pawns, and also this pawn is left all alone. Look.
True.
A2
True.
pawn.
Poor guy.
This is called pawn islands. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So look, islands in general are separated, right? Separated land. And there is nothing around it. Same principle here. Look, at this moment we have all the pawns next to each other, right? All 8 of them. That means we have only one pawn island, which is very big, right? But after knight c3, b takes c3, we already have 2 pawn islands. This is one, and this is second.
So we need to maintain as low a number of islands as possible, yeah?
Yes, exactly. You should try to have less islands as possible.
Why is that the case, though? Why is that the case?
Because if you have many pawn islands, that means pawns are separated and they are weak.
Okay, makes sense.
Like if you will have like this a2 pawn, imagine all like 4 pawns separated like that, it's very easy to attack them because pawns are strong when they are protected by each other.
Makes sense.
But when they are separated, it's super easy to attack them. That's the thing.
True.
So you should try to always have as less pawn islands as you can.
Makes sense.
That's why you take with rook c3 to keep those 2 pawns together. Yeah. So rook c3, here black takes take pc, bishop c4, and knight d7. Look, same principle. They want to play pawn e5, castle, and e5. That's it.
Again, to open up the bishop, that's it, yeah?
Exactly, yeah. Take, and bishop f5. That's the idea of it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. But what if our
Yeah.
opponent plays that other move, yeah? E4. So how do we handle that with black?
E4 is white, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can play here what? Look, we can also flip the board by clicking on F on keyboard. Click on F.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
It's flipped now, right?
Yeah.
So on E4 you have many possibilities. Um, Most popular one is E5, and I suggest this one.
Okay.
E4, E5, knight F3, attacking E5 pawn. You play knight C6. Here, most popular move is bishop to B5. It kind of looks like Queen's Gambit, right? Same principle, same ideas.
Yeah. Just there is no pin, so to speak, yet.
Yes, there is no pin yet. That's why you play pawn A6. You're not afraid if white will take on C6 because you will take with D pawn, and you're not afraid of this double pawns because bishops usually are better than the knights are in most of the positions, but it still depends on the position and how to make sure which is better. In open positions, bishops are better, and in closed positions, knights are better. Because if bishop is closed, it's like a pawn. Look, for example, this bishop. Imagine if you can't activate it and you have to leave it there. It's like a pawn, right? It doesn't do anything when it's blocked. So I suggest in the early game, don't exchange bishop for a knight. Try to keep it because you might need it after all.
So logic is because they are mostly going to be open positions. So bishops mostly will be stronger because they have, well, let's say, longer range of motion. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. But it might be a closed up position and the knight might be better. It all depends on the position type. So here you're not afraid of this bishop exchange because you will have after this advantage of the bishops, which will be great for you.
What happens if white takes this? He can take this pawn, right?
Look, if they take on e5, knight, pawn, and king at the same file, right? Which is bad. And you can immediately use it with queen d4. Look, you're attacking both pawn and the knight, right? And they can protect the both, can they?
Probably just saving the knight, yeah? At least like this.
And you take pawn with tempo, with a check. They have to play queen e2. And you will play bishop f5. And you have a wonderful position, right? You took your pawn back, you activated your pieces, and it's very bad for white.
And for example, you said white has the edge, right? Because of the first move. So how much of an edge that is?
Yeah.
Like, should black be worried? Or should black be like, okay, it's not a big deal?
No, with correct playing of chess, black can get equal position. Like if white is also playing correct, you know? But it doesn't work like that. Both makes mistakes.
True.
Both sides make mistakes usually.
Yeah, I'll probably end up half of my moves might be mistakes.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's okay. That's how you start playing chess. I also make bunch of mistakes, even though I'm at higher level, right?
Yes.
So without mistakes, it's not happening, you know? There is always mistakes.
True.
But we learn by mistakes, so that's good part about it.
True.
So on e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and you play like this. On bishop b5, you play a6. They will usually go bishop a4, and you will continue with knight f6, attacking e4 pawn now. They can play pawn d3 protecting it, and you will play here pawn d6. You might start also with bishop c5, but it's a bit risky because they can play c3, and bishop gets immediately under attack.
Yeah, true. Makes sense.
That's why here main move is pawn d6, c3, and g6. You activate bishop from this side. That's called fianchetto, when you activate bishop from the side.
Okay. Should we worry about this pin though, or it's not a big deal?
No, it's not a big deal, right? Because they can't really attack anything more on this pin, right?
Can take with the pawn, yeah? Okay.
Bishop g7, they play rook e1, castle, knight d2, b5, bishop c2, bishop b7. That's how you activate here. This opening is called Ruy Lopez. Some people also call it Spanish opening. And
Why the
that's
two
how you
names though?
react when it is like.
Any reason, or is it
I don't really know. Like in Georgian, we always call it Spanish opening. Like
okay?
also many people call it Spanish, but some people just call it Ruy Lopez.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, true. The
Like
name doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah, true, true.
yeah. The player Ruy Lopez was from Spain. That's his name,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
he like invented this opening, so that's why it's called Ruy Lopez.
Ah, okay. That actually makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
thing. Yeah, that's the
yeah.
thing behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any more questions?
No, no. Seems okay.
Okay, now tell me, do you do chess puzzles at all?
No, I haven't. At least for a long while.
Okay, so I will always give you homework as
Okay,
chess puzzles.
okay,
Let's start with checkmating 1.
okay,
They're very easy, but let's start with it, and then let's move to checkmating 2, checkmating 3, and we will continue like that, okay?
okay.
I'll show you the puzzles now. It's from the book like this. Do you see it?
Just a sec.
I shared my screen on Google Meet.
Yes, I can see it. Yes.
Okay, so this is our first position,
Mm-hmm.
this one. You will always do puzzles without putting them on lichess or anywhere, so you can calculate in your head. That
Mm-hmm.
will be very good for your calculation skills.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is our positions. It's checkmate in 1 move, and it's white to play. What do you think? What should you play here?
There is only one check, so I guess knight to b6.
Knight b6. What if I take with the pawn?
Not sure. I think that doesn't work. Yeah.
So it doesn't work?
But you can't take, right, because my rook is behind, so it's under a pin.
Exactly. Knight b6 is a checkmate because pawn can't take because of the pin. Knight
Nice one.
b6 is checkmate because of that, because king is stuck here, right? Because of this knight here.
Hmm.
So knight b6 checkmate. Correct. Well done. Next one.
Okay. Is it white to play or black to play?
It's always white to play.
Oh, gosh. Okay, okay, okay. Queen to c8.
Queen c8 checkmate. Correct. Because king can't go here or here. Okay, let's do the next one.
Oh wow, too many pieces. Knight takes e4.
Knight to e4 checkmate. Absolutely correct. Because every square is protected. This is by pawns. This is also as pawn. This is with knight. So this is protected by bishops, this pawn, and this pawn to right. So it's the checkmate. Correct. Next one.
Bishop moves diagonally in front of the pawn. Bishop to e5.
Bishop e5 checkmate. Correct. Next one.
Rook takes pawn. I for some reason thought the knight can capture somehow, but not really. Rook takes pawn, yeah?
Channel the square.
g6.
Rook g6 checkmate. Correct. And the last one.
That is a black bishop, right? On d1.
Yeah, it's black.
Okay. Pawn goes to f7 check.
Checkmate.
Yeah, the king
Because
has
of the
no.
bishop. Yeah, bishop control diagonal. Okay, great. I see checkmate in 1 is very easy for you, so we will skip it. And let's immediately move to checkmate in 2, okay?
Okay.
And that's our checkmate in 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to do the first one, and I'll give you other ones as a homework.
Okay.
49.
Okay.
So white 2 moves are in principle, but it's just checkmate in 2 moves.
And this one is a bit difficult.
Yeah, it's difficult, but there's some principle. You should discuss checks first, right? What checks do you have here?
Knight to a6 is one, but
Look,
then
also, remember, you always start discussing with stronger pieces first. Checks with the strongest pieces first.
rook takes the pawn is one check, but then he takes
Rook
with the knight.
b7. Rook b7. Knight takes b7. What do you have then?
Knight to a6 is mate, right?
Exactly. That's it. Rook b7, knight b7, knight a6 checkmate.
That was a nice one.
Because you
Difficult though.
control both b7 and b8 scores, right?
Hmm.
If you would play rook b7, knight b7, knight d7, it's not checkmate because king will go to c7, right?
True. It has one more square. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So only rook b7, knight b7, knight a6 is doing the mate. Also, pay attention to this bishop. That's what I was telling you. When bishop is stuck, it's like a pawn. This bishop is completely blocked here, right? So it doesn't do
True.
anything here.
True, 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 true. It's
Yeah.
completely useless. Yes, makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
So if there wasn't a checkmate, you should probably play king f2, bishop f1, and brings the bishop to the game.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will give you others as a homework.
Okay,
I will give you this page. I will send the page of this page, and you will not have this one. You'll have other five, okay?
okay, okay,
And that will be your first homework. Then
okay.
I will give you 2 pages. Let's start with 1 page at first.
Cool, cool,
Okay.
cool.
Let me start presenting. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. So I have to admit something though. Do you have YouTube on your
Mm-hmm.
phone?
YouTube?
Do you have the YouTube app on your phone?
Yeah.
Could you search a YouTube channel for 1 second?
Okay. Wait. Mm-hmm.
Search the name chess space assist
Uh-huh.
ASSIST.
Assist. Okay. Okay. See it?
Yeah. So that is actually my channel.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, so basically I was making a video for my channel, and I went to Fiverr, and I wanted to hire the best coach there so that I can basically like put it on YouTube in edited way so that people can also learn. So I am actually a bit
Oh
stronger than
my
I might have
God.
mentioned. I'm
Wait. Are
sorry.
you a chess player?
Yes, yes, yes. Not a strong one, but a decent one.
Oh my God. I'm shocked.
Yes,
Wait. What is
because
your rating?
my rating is around 2200.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, basically, I wanted to make a video. I wanted to make it fun on how to teach the basics, right? So, for example, sometimes
Yeah.
teaching basics can be boring. So, I wanted to put a video where it's more of a fun kind of thing, and I'm learning from
Yeah.
somebody so I can ask the right questions. Because sometimes when somebody's learning from the start, they have no clue what to ask, right?
Yeah.
So, I wanted to make a video where I can put the video and then I ask the right questions so people can actually learn. So, I
Oh
hope you
my
did not
God.
mind that at all.
No, I don't mind it. But how did you like it as a
It was awesome,
decent
awesome,
player?
awesome. It was awesome, awesome, awesome.
Oh, thank you very much. So you liked it.
Yeah, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Oh.
And and I hope it's okay if I can make a video out of this, right?
Of course it is okay. Yeah. Of
And your
course it's
game actually
okay.
was awesome. I like the king walk to h4.
Oh my God, you're a chess player. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh, and you were asking me
Ah,
questions like, oh my God.
were you at
You're
any
such a good
point?
actor.
Were you? I am right. I am right. Yeah, I'll definitely let my chat know that. So they keep telling I'm a horrible actor, but I think apparently that's changed now.
No, you did great today. I didn't had a clue at all.
Okay, okay, that's awesome acting. That's a dub.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But I really enjoyed the class. It was a lot of fun.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It was such a wonderful experience. It's like first time ever something like this happens to me.
No, actually, I'm not kidding. I went to Fiverr, and
Mm-hmm.
because I just wanted the best coach, and and it was literally written Fiverr's choice. And I went to the
Yeah.
file. All the files are best. Reviews are best. So I simply chose you. So yeah, I chose the best. So I'm not disappointed at all.
Oh my God. That's so. I'm shocked. Like my
By the way,
jaw
I'm really
dropped
sorry
when you
because I
told
did not
me.
know you were playing the World Junior Championship here. So otherwise, I would not have
Yeah.
really booked the class. And then I could have delayed the class, but then Fiverr would probably punish you in some way or form, right? Because you have to finish it by a certain date or something.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So who are you playing today, by the way?
Oh, I'm playing some good player. She's woman grandmaster.
Ah, what's her name?
Um. Wait, I have to check. I don't remember exactly. She's from Canada. Wait a second. Her name is Owelet Miley Jade.
Uh, I just opened your pairings. Which board number is it?
It is board 11.
Ah, 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you prepare against her? Don't worry, this
I
video is
didn't
not
prepare
coming.
it yet, to be honest.
This video is not coming out for a week, so I guess your prep is safe.
I didn't prepare yet. I will prepare after the class. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm full
Okay.
shocked though. It was
Okay.
really, really
Okay.
fun
I think I've
experience.
played her online. I have played her online. I have played her on.
Really?
Yeah, I've played her. I think she's. I think during Title Tuesday, I've played her. Yes, I've played her. She's, I think, pretty good at
Hmm.
faster time controls, as far as I remember. Like, getting into time pressure might work well for her. Like, she might play well under time pressure. That's what I'm saying.
I see, I see, I see. Okay, she's good. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah, she's
gonna
good. But
let's see.
okay,
I'm gonna
okay, okay,
fight.
okay.
Yeah.
I think you can win. Yeah, you can win. Your king walk was awesome. So if you continue like today as well, you should win the game.
Oh, thank you. I will try. Yeah.
By the way, do you think Hans Niemann
Yeah.
cheated?
Um.
This is
Oh,
going
I
on
have no
video, so
idea.
be very careful.
No, no. I mean, I can't say no. I can say yes. I have no idea, so I can't make something. I can't say something, yeah, about it. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
What do you
gotcha.
think, though?
Over the board, yeah, I think as this is going public, so I am also not sure at all. Actually, not sure at all.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the class. Yeah, I don't want to waste your time.
Wow. I'm waiting for a video. I will immediately watch it.
Done. Thanks a lot for the class, and wish you all the best and have a great game.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank
Okay,
you
bye,
very much.
bye, bye.
Thank
Do
you very
well.
much.
Bye.
It was
Take care.
wonderful
Bye,
experience.
bye.